Imagine waking up every day knowing exactly what to do to bring in new leads to your HR consultancy without wondering or stressing about whether or not it'll work. Imagine having a pipeline into your business that converts leads into clients on autopilot. And imagine being able to do all this in just an hour's work each day. No more overwhelm, no more uncertainty, just an easy to action, solid plan that works. How would that feel? How would it feel to have a predictable, steady flow of clients, earning 70k or more, and doing it while working fewer hours? How would it feel to finally be in control of your business, leaving you more time for yourself, your family, and the things that you love? Because that's what my upcoming free 3-day event, the HR Consultant Pipeline Playbook Workshop, is all about. And today I'm going to break down exactly what you'll get out of it and why it could be the game changer that your HR consultancy needs. This is the Marketing Made Easy for HR Consultants podcast, a show to help independent HR consultants get a pipeline of perfect fit, high-paying clients without expensive adverts, time-consuming social media activities, or energy-sapping and monotonous networking meetings. I'm your host, Nick Paninsky, author of How to Land Your Dream Client, a book which explains everything you need to know to get every sale and client you ever want. And if that sounds interesting, then make sure to grab your copy from the influential consultant website today. That being said, let's get into today's show. Hello there, and welcome back to the Marketing Made Easy for HR Consultants podcast. I'm really excited about today's episode because I'm going to be sharing something that I know will make a huge difference for your business. Now, if you've been following me for a while, you know I've done webinars in the past that have helped HR consultants like you start to build more sustainable businesses. But this time, I've taken everything I've learned from running those webinars and packed it into a 3-day live workshop. I'm calling it the HR Consultants Pipeline Playbook Workshop. Because quite simply, I'm going to help you build a lead gen and sales pipeline. The reason I've split it over 3 days is simple. More time, more insight, more value. So rather than touching on the topics which are important, we're going to dive deep into them so that you understand them better. And then you're going to understand how to put these tactics to work. We'll be able to dive deeper into each topic and you'll walk away with a clear, actionable plan that you can start using the very same day. And before we begin, let me ask you a quick question. Are you tired of the feast or famine cycle? Do you find yourself with more work than you can handle 1 month, but struggling to find clients the next? Do you feel like you're at the mercy of referrals or recommendations to keep your business going? It's a problem, right? Because there's no control in any of that. And if you're nodding along, then know that you're not alone. This is a problem that so many independent HR consultants face. The good news is it doesn't have to be this way. You can take control of your business, you can take control of your leads, you can take control of your income, and you can take control of your time. Because that's exactly what we're going to be doing in the HR Consultants Pipeline Playbook Workshop. This workshop is designed specifically for HR consultants just like you, who want to start earning 70k or more while working fewer hours, and most importantly, who want to stop relying on referrals and luck to bring in clients, and instead have a solid strategy that they can manage week in, week out with minimal effort so that when they need a new client, they have a bunch of leads to choose from who are ready to say, let's do this. Now we've covered all that, let's break down what we'll cover in each session, starting with day 1, which happens on October 7th at 11 a.m. The first session is called Why No One Cares About Your Marketing and How to Change That. Most HR consultants, they struggle with marketing because they're focused on the wrong things. They're talking about their qualifications, their services, the features of what they offer, none of which really matters to your potential clients. What your clients care about is the result that you're offering. And they care about what you can do for them, how you can solve their problems, and why working with you is going to make their lives easier. So in this session, we'll dig deep into what to do to create messaging that cuts through the noise and grabs the attention of your ideal clients. We'll look at real life examples of what works and what doesn't, and I'll show you how to craft marketing messages that not only get attention, but make clients want to work with you. You'll stand out from all the other HR consultants out there, and you'll be able to charge higher fees. Equally, your clients will find it easier to refer you to. And this is super important because as you'll discover in more detail in the workshop here, if you come along, people are inundated with marketing messages and they ignore most of them. You do it, I do it, everyone does it. We blank most of this stuff out. And the stuff that does get our attention, well, it doesn't have it for very long. So we'll look into this phenomenon so you can understand what's happening and why, and then how you can overcome it so that your marketing messages land and people pay attention to what you're saying and you get more people saying, yes, I need your help. And this is really the first step in marketing, because obviously if no one is listening to you, then you're just shouting into an empty room. You're a terraced house sat alongside other terraced houses. You're a street hawker asking people to buy your stuff, but everyone ignores you. So if you want to know more about this and how to overcome it, then don't miss the session on October 7th at 11 a.m. Okay, onwards to session 2. On October 9th at 11 a.m., we're going to dive into session 2, why your lead gen sucks and what to do instead. So this session is all about fixing the broken systems most HR consultants use to find clients. So maybe you've dabbled in lead gen before, but it feels like you're throwing spaghetti against the wall. Sometimes you get the leads, sometimes you don't. And you're left wondering why your activities are so inconsistent. Well, we're going to put an end to that guesswork. So in this session, I'll show you exactly how to generate high quality leads on a consistent basis. And more importantly, how to build trust and credibility with those leads. You'll learn how to ensure that they don't just know who you are, but they actually want to work with you when the time is right. It's about nurturing relationships so that when you're ready to offer your services, your leads are ready to say yes. And at the end of this session, you'll have a blueprint for lead gen machine that runs 24/7, one that keeps your pipelines full so you're never worrying about where the next client is coming from. Because here's the big problem, right? The reason that you experience that feast or famine cycle is simple. You don't have a reliable pipeline of leads and clients flowing into your business. You're relying on quick one-hit approaches instead of finding something more sustainable. And the key to breaking free of this cycle is understanding that you need a sales funnel. And in this workshop, we're going to start building one. Think of it like this. Your funnel is going to be like a conveyor belt of leads and clients flowing into your business. So even if you don't monetize these leads immediately, they're still on the belt. They're ready to be engaged at a later date. It's not like they fall off and disappear, unless, of course, you're not nurturing them properly. But once you've built a funnel that works with no leaks, this conveyor belt will be there consistently, constantly delivering warm leads ready for you to tap into when you need your next client. And this is a game changer because when you have that solid pipeline in place, you'll finally have control over your business. No more feast or famine. No more panic when your current clients wrap up projects or when you have a slow month. You'll have a consistent flow of leads and you'll know exactly how to turn those leads into clients when you need to. Big promise, right? Well, once you understand what it is that I'm talking about and why it works, you'll come along to the workshop and you'll see how everything clicks into place. You'll say, oh my God, Nick, why has no one ever told me this before? So this session is your chance to finally take control of your lead gen process. You'll learn how to build relationships with leads from the very first touch point. So when it's time to make an offer, the sale is almost automatic. You'll walk away with a clear plan for building a sustainable, high-performing sales funnel that will keep your business growing without the stress. So that one, October 9th, 11 a.m. And onwards to the final session, session 3. Turning leads into clients. So this session is why your leads don't become clients and what to do about it. So this is the session where everything starts coming together, where your efforts in building a pipeline finally start paying off. The session is on 11th of October at 11 a.m. So don't miss it. So let's face it. If you're like most HR consultants, you're probably doing what everyone else is doing. You're relying heavily on LinkedIn posts, referrals, networking events to generate leads. And sure, those can bring in a few prospects here and there, but they're unpredictable, right? One week you might land a client and the next day it's crickets. So that feast or famine cycle, that's draining, right? You're left wondering where the next paycheck will come from. That stress, it's not a pleasant experience. But what if there were better ways to generate clients? Methods that are consistent, scalable, and sometimes run on autopilot? Well, in session 3, that's exactly what we're going to discuss. I won't spoil the details, but we'll explore strategies that work even when you don't. So these strategies, they'll ensure that you never have to rely solely on LinkedIn posts or your personal network ever again. I mean, you're going to be, imagine setting up systems that bring in new leads while you're out enjoying life instead of grinding away at your desk or constantly scrolling on LinkedIn. But here's the tricky part. Converting those leads into paying clients, yeah, you've probably been there, okay? It's exciting. You get a new lead, you put together a proposal, you send it off, all that good stuff. But then you're waiting and waiting and you're waiting some more until it becomes clear that the client has lost interest or maybe they're just ghosting you. So here's the hard truth. Proposals aren't the best way of closing deals. They just aren't. So, I know that most HR consultants rely on them. And yeah, thinking that sending through a document with your best offer that will magically turn a lead into a paying client. Well, it's not always the best way, is it? It doesn't always work. Instead, what I'm going to propose is sales calls and the right kinds of sales calls. They're a much more effective way of generating leads they're a much more better way of turning leads into clients. In fact, sales calls are often just more of a conversation, right? They build trust. They show your prospects why you are the right choice. There's no bending their arm around their back. There's no hard pressure. They're not that difficult. You will soon see. And when done right, sales calls can turn hesitant leads into confident, committed clients. So you'll leave the session knowing exactly why this approach works so well. And here's the part that gets most people excited. I'm going to share a method with you for generating cash flow even when you're not actively working. So imagine, you're spending the afternoon at Pilates or grabbing coffee with friends, and while you're out, payments are hitting your bank account. Well, we're talking about generating an automatic system that generates revenue while you're living your life. No more scrambling to invoice clients or chase payments. This method is the secret sauce to create not just a consultancy, but a sustainable business. And this session is going to pull together all the pieces from the workshop. So if you've ever felt like you're generating interest, but you can't get leads to commit, or worse, you're wasting your time following up with people who never convert, this session will show you exactly how to fit that. It's a culmination of everything we've covered so far, and it's designed to give you the control you need over your business. So after this session, you won't hope for clients, you'll expect them. So if you've been nodding your head along through this description or thinking, that's me, I've been stuck in this cycle, then you need to make sure that you're attending session 3. It's on October 11th at 11 a.m. Now, here's something that I'm really excited about. Our live Q&A sessions after each workshop. These aren't just generic Q&As where you're listening. This is your chance to get personalized, tailored advice specific to your business. So if you've got a question about your current lead gen strategy, you're not sure how to position yourself to attract clients, maybe you're stuck on how to take the next step in building your pipeline. Whatever it is, bring it to the table. This is your opportunity to get direct feedback on everything that we've been discussing and more. So whether it's lead gen, sales, marketing, building relationships, whatever it is, I'll be there to help you make sense of it and apply the strategies to your specific situation. Now, the beauty of these live Q&As, it's that you can not only learn from yourself, but you can also learn from the questions that everyone else is asking, right? So you can get those insights of others who are in a similar or the same position as you. It's your chance to see what's working across the board, what other people are trying. And you can get those fresh ideas that you might not have even considered. And obviously, if you can't make it live, well, don't worry, we've got you covered. Every session, every Q&A, every session 1, 2, and 3, they'll be fully recorded and you'll have lifetime access to those recordings. So you can catch up whenever it suits you. So whether you're attending live or watching the replays, you'll still get all the insight, tactics, and actionable strategies that you need. Plus, you can rewatch the sessions anytime in the future, whenever you need a refresher or a boost of inspiration. That being said, all 3 sessions are essential. They feed into one another and they're interlinked. Session 1, it feeds into session 2 and session 3 and vice versa. So if you miss one session, you'll be on the back foot for the other sessions. So if you do want to finally get control of your marketing, your leads, your business, then make sure to watch the recordings if you happen to miss one of the sessions. So in case it wasn't clear why you should come along, well, let me highlight it for you. These strategies that I'm going to share with you over the 3 days, they aren't just theories or ideas. These are proven, practical strategies that work. They are best practice strategies that all marketers use and advise. And being self-employed, you work in marketing now, so you need to start using them too. And here's the thing, right? Because most HR consultants, they're relying on word of mouth, personal connections, LinkedIn, etc., etc. And while that can be great, obviously, as we've said, it's not something that you can control, right? You can't predict when someone will refer you. You can't count on a steady stream of work coming from your contacts. So that lack of control, I don't care what anyone says, that's not normal, right? Other businesses, sure, they can have fluctuations in their sales figures, but they don't experience famine. Google doesn't experience famine. Nike, McDonald's, all those big businesses, they don't experience famine. And obviously, they're different to what you are, right? But the co-workspace, let me bring it down a level. The co-workspace that I come to here every day in Manchester doesn't experience famine. There isn't days where there's no people here, right? The people who come to this co-workspace, they don't experience famine either. So there's no reason that you should either. And that's what we're going to change in the workshop. We're going to change that. I'm going to show you how to build a lead gen system that works on autopilot day in, day out. You'll learn how to consistently bring in qualified leads, leads that are ready to work with you, leads that understand your value, and leads that will pay you what you're worth. Not only that, I'm going to help you turn those leads into clients. And this is a key part of the workshop. It's not just about getting attention. It's about converting that attention into paying clients who trust you and want to work with you in the long term. We're talking about building strong, lasting relationships that build repeat business. All that being said, how do you sign up? Well, it's super easy. Head over to my website, look for the link to the HR Consultant Pipeline Playbook Workshop and register for your spot. It only takes a minute and you'll get access to all 3 sessions, the live Q&As and the recordings. Alternatively, see the show notes to see the link embedded there. Or visit my LinkedIn profile and click the link there. But here's the thing, spaces are limited. I want to keep this workshop small enough so that everyone gets personal attention during the Q&As. So make sure to grab your spot before it's too late. There's only a few days to go before the event, so grab your spot ASAP. And that's it for today. I really hope to see you at the HR Consultants Pipeline Playbook Workshop. This is your chance to start getting control of your business, bringing in more clients and building a consultancy that earns 70K or more whilst working fewer hours and provides the lifestyle that you wanted when you went into your business for yourself. So take action today, sign up, mark your calendar, and get ready to transform your business. And as ever, get marketing. Because without marketing, there's no sales. And without sales, there's no business. So get marketing. Hey there, and thanks for listening to the Marketing Made Easy for HR Consultant podcast. If you've enjoyed the show, then please consider taking a moment to help us grow by sharing the episode with a friend or colleague, or by leaving a positive review on podchaser.com. And make sure to hit subscribe so you don't miss out on any of the upcoming episodes. I've been your host, Nick Paninsky, and if you have any questions or want to know more about today's topic, then reach out to me on LinkedIn. I'd be delighted to hear from you. See you next time.